Oh yeah, Black Sun in the hizzle, all for shizzle dizzle. We got an excellent show here today. But first, I want to give a shout out to Deacon. So we got Skeem coming on. Hopefully we got Madon and Kemet. I don't know how to get a hold of Madon and Kemet. But hopefully somebody will give the word. Okay, they're gonna have an interesting debate, so I definitely want to interview them. What up, Deacon? What up? What up? What up, man? Man, I'm trying to get my next debate set up with KOT, and then the it seems like these titles, and I can't speak for nobody else debate. I can only speak for my own debates. And I mean, I've heard Yanga's title. They done changed it several times. Shout out to Yanga. Shout out to Blue. And it seems to be floating towards not only religion teaches victimhood. Let me say that again. Religion teaches victimhood. The title was who was more brutal to humanity? And like, man, KOT, I'm sorry, man. That sounds like some whiny shit, man. Black people have been whining and whining and whining, boo-hooing. Man, I wasn't raised like that. And I thought about it, I said, I would rather, what up, twin? I would rather debate from a position not putting anybody as a victim. We've had enough victims. We had black people be victims, Jews be victims. Everybody was victims. It's depressing. It's depressing. I want to have more uplifting debates. Because I know y'all don't want to discuss military strategy. I threw that in there. You don't want to come from a place of dominance. So how do we work through this? How do we work through this? All this victimhood, all this boo-hoo, and black people, we have endured slavery, and we had this done to us and that done, man. When y'all gonna snap out of that shit? Okay, they did it. Okay, so what? It's done. They've done it to every other living person on this goddamn planet. Everybody has suffered what black people have suffered. There's nobody that has escaped human brutality. Okay? Nobody. Nobody. And I thought about it. I said, well, I could, because he wanted to bring Pope Nicholas, and I read a little bit on Pope Nicholas. Oh, he enslaved Africans and all up and down the coast. And I'm like, when are we gonna stop them? I've been hearing these kind of conversations for the last goddamn 20 years. I'm tired of hearing this shit. And that's why I had to add something different to the mix last night. Did y'all have fun in that Jimi Hendrix, Tony Iommi debate? Because I sure did. I believe Asar had fun. The Yanga damn sure had fun. But I think you had about one or two booers. Oh, who picked this type of topic? I'm like, man, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Let the men debate here. Damn. I'll be damn, I'm going to have to go there. I'll be damn if I'm debating another man on a man topic and a woman come in there, oh, what's this? Oh, what is this? Let the men shut down and let the men goddamn debate. That's the problem. Y'all looking for some damn boo-hoo debates because y'all want some approval by the women. Let those women come into SVDL and let them have those type of debates. I'm a man. I don't do the boo-hoo. Woe is me. Oh, I'm black. I don't do all that shit. Fuck. Man, it's time to man up. It's 2000, man. It is 2023. I'll be damned if I do the victimhood. Or at least I'm not going to take in part of no victimhood shit. Man, come on now. Shit. No, man, no. We got to come from a place of power. We got to at least mentally come from a place of power. No, man. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Y'all never seen Pope Nicholas. You only read about Pope Nicholas. Y'all never even seen slavery. You only read about it. Damn, you're not living in them times. You never seen them times. You're in a whole another dimension. Okay? So yeah, as I wait, I don't know. Hopefully Skeem will show up because I wanted to discuss this, topic. Well, not even this. I mean, I'm going to Skeem and Madon's debate just purely for entertainment. Purely for entertainment, man. You know, man, who cares if Jesus is real? Who fucking cares? Only the Christians care about that shit. But I get it. I get it. People are stuck, man. I get it. Damn. Oh, fuck. I mean, at least, why are men having this kind of conversation? Let the women have that shit. They're the ones that are in tune with the spiritual world. Let them have that shit. That's not for us, men. No, hell no. Shit. Man, it's this. Oh man, the religion has beat the damn masculinity out of a lot of y'all, man. It has beat the masculinity out of y'all, man. It's a damn shame. Don't no woman dictate what two men are gonna goddamn debate. What the fuck? What the fuck they do that at? You do that with little children. You don't do that with grown ass men. Shit. So yeah, man, that's my gripe, man. I'm like, yo, what the hell? And I think the girl's name was Korea, whatever. I'm just like, what the fuck? I went back and looked at the debate. Yeah, no testosterone, man. Bunch of goddamn fucking estrogen out here. Like, what the fuck? Oh, just goddamn, and since some of these topics, man. Anything that is religious based is estrogen driven. It just is. Oh, the morality. Blah, blah, blah. If you hear any man say that, he's no, there's no testosterone in him. No, man. We were built to be soldiers, warriors. And so the women were built for, oh my gosh, oh, no, the moral and all that religious shit was built for them. It wasn't built for us. Hell fucking no. Shit. I mean, that is unnatural for a man to take on that damn role. It just is. Oh shit, man. So with that being said, man, I'm having difficulties moving past. You know what? I can come up with a very creative title. Yes, I can, and I will. But I'm gonna need your cooperation, Mr. KOT. I'm gonna need you to, I'm gonna need you to, shout out to KOT, shout out to KOT. But we got to get out of the religious realm. Anything that I can smell religion a mile away. I can smell it, and it makes me fucking nauseous. Okay, we can't. No. Blackson is not doing the religion. That's why I'm an atheist. I'm an atheist because I want to avoid those type of conversations. Those conversations are not stimulating. They're not intellectual. They're contentious, and they're repetitive, and it puts you in a state of victimhood. It just does. Man, it's just sick of it, man. I'm sorry. It's just no. It's not. It's not it's not good for the manhood. It's not good for the testosterone. It's just not. No. Damn. But don't work, Kelsey. I'll figure something out, man. Yeah, we got to get in the realm of goddamn warfare, man. No. Mm-mm. I'm part of a militia, man. I don't. What the hell would I we don't. When they train us, when you're in either militia, police force, military, whatever it is, man, they break you out of that victim mentality, and it's almost like, damn. it's almost like them men in this country, and it's not only black men in this country might have to be just forced to go into the military at a certain age and have military training, boot camp training, and so on. I'm really, I'm really seeing like, this man, what the hell's going on? And I'm not a person to promote the military, but I do promote military training. I don't promote going to war. Uh, it's kind of like I don't promote going to war for nobody else. That's how I am. That's where I stand. So, you know, oh shit. So yeah, man, that's where I'm at. So yeah, I wanna get these debates. If y'all face me, man, I want to get them out of the victimhood, the victim, the whole. I smell religion on it. Yeah, that we got to get away from all that shit. The morals and it was brutality and no, man, come on, man, that shit is depressing. Come on, let's do something else. Let's do something else, man. Damn, I see you guys are really stuck in religion, man. Really, really stuck in the mud with that shit. You can't grow with religion. Oh man, twin Deacon, how'd y'all enjoy that debate last night, man? I went back and looked at it. Yeah, Sar was like just doing his own thing, looking up goddamn Google. He is the Google master, man. I didn't realize it was that bad when I went back and looked at it. Damn, Asar. Asar. Oh, that was bad, bro. But man, hey, man, welcome to the Arena family, man. But you snuck up on him. You snuck up on him. Hey, man, I was just, what messed me up is my damn my mic had cut out. So let me give some advice to y'all. Don't have two Bluetooth mics right next to each other. Make sure they're in two whole different rooms. The mic I was on originally when I was first doing presentation was like the one headset I was wearing wasn't even on. The one that I discarded was on, and that shit went out. And then it was a mess, man. So for now on, I'm gonna deal with the corded mic. I'm not dealing with the Bluetooth no more. But for now on, when I do debates, I'm not doing that Bluetooth shit. That shit is tricky. Hell no. Not doing that no more. Oh, that was horrible, man. I lost 3 minutes. It could have been if I didn't have that damn technical difficulties, that shit would have been a wash. So yeah, but I mean, no, you still lost, Asar. You still lost, but I mean, it would have been it was a clear loss. But he had one fanboy in there talking about, oh, it's a tie. No, it wasn't no tie. No, that dude got no. He got no. No. Even though I will say this, um, his oh shit, his his opening and his premise were good, very good, and then it just fell apart. You let the cannons off on him. I appreciate that, twin. Yeah, man, he just like folded after the premise, which was I would say my weakest point. My premise and my opening and my premise was my weakest because of the technical difficulties. That shit kind of fucked with my head. And so I said, okay, well, I got to fight back. And when I turned it up, he folded. I said, oh, damn. Damn. Asar folded, man. Yeah, Richard is weak. Yeah, I don't know who the fuck that is, man. Yeah, he's weak as hell. But yeah, man, Asar fucking folded like a shotgun, man. He broke down. He just folded. He folded, man. I said, God damn. Shit. But he came out swinging, though, man. Came out swinging. Damn. Shout out to Asar. Oh, what up, Trevor? What's going on, man? Oh, man. Trevor, I'm trying to get my next debate set up with KOT, man, and it just seems to go in the direction of religion, man. It just, damn, these brothers, man, we got to get out of this religious mentality, man. So With that being said, I know me and Trevor, we have to kind of get our what time is the debate? Oh no, no, it's not. It's tomorrow. It's on the third. It's tomorrow and Tuesday. It's Tuesday at I think Tuesday at 7. I think the 7 is going to be the new time. Don't quote me on that, but I think the earlier the better for everybody. So as y'all know, I had mine at 7. The hound session is going to be fire. Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna be fire. Now the hound session, I'm assuming is gonna be either 7 or 8. So that's gonna be the. I think what it is, just I mean, as far as times, both debaters just have to agree to it. I said 7, and Solar called Asar, and Asar agreed to it. So yeah, that we had put it at 7 because I looked at the time factor. I said, damn, I don't want this going into the wee hours of the night, and I still want to do an after show. So yeah, I think 7 is pretty reasonable for time to do the because we did an after show 2 hours, man. That shit was about that show was about 2 hours. I said that shit. Sorry y'all. No, that show was fire. Wasn't shit. It was fire. So yeah, man. Um, yeah, Trevor Sound Session is gonna be good, man. It's gonna be good, and I think um Trevor, I think you and Asar, y'all, was it Ric Flair? I forgot who's taking the stance, but I think, yeah, I think a wrestling debate will be good. I think it'll be great. I think it's something different for SVDL. I think it'll be refreshing, brother. It'll be refreshing. I think it'll bring some excitement, and yeah, it's definitely out of the norm, out of the box of what normally is done in SVDL. So yeah, shout out to Trevor and shout out to Asar. I think that's gonna be fire. Don't know who you're gonna debate first, me, Yanga, or Asar. Um, I think me and you, we have to get our titles straight because um, are you saying Bob Marley is the king of reggae? So I'm saying king, but then again, it's like how you said last night. I guess it was hard to prove. Debates that are subjective are hard to prove because um, music debate, it boils down to I like the music, so you should like the music. That's basically what it boils down to. So yeah, musical debates are a little bit harder to do. And I was trying to show the greatness, Trevor, but I mean, I guess everybody doesn't follow the American standard. The American standard is if I play a violin and an autistic person plays a violin, that autistic person gets more praises because they're autistic. If a person with a missing finger plays a violin, that's the American standard, whether y'all like it or not. Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles are great because they're blind. That is the American standard. But I guess some of y'all, Trevor, missed that message. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, bro. I don't even know if you're even familiar with Ray Charles no, you said you're familiar with Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder, but I don't know if you know the American standard again, because there are different standards from around the world. America, that's as long as I've been living in this country, or as long as I'm born in this country. I'm sorry. As long as I've known music growing up, I've always known Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles to be the standard because they are blind. I had to, man, Nature Mom, I guess she was just an argument mood, man. Shout out to Nature Mom. Oh, gosh. Nature Mom was like, oh, because, Stevie Wonder and blah, 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 and Ray Charles and blah, 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 blah. And I'm just waiting for her to say blind. I said, Nature Mom, you got to cut that out. Yeah, you know goddamn well. If they weren't blind, their music would just be sounding like some regular old, no, come on, cut it out. So that's the American standard. Britain has a different standard. Jamaica, where you're from, Trevor, has a different standard. You know what I'm saying? Haiti has a different standard. Africa has a different standard. Europe has a different standard. In fact, Europe has a different standard than England. So, we have to be, Canada has a different standard. Japan. Oh shit. Hello. Can y'all hear? Oh shit. Okay, yeah, this damn mic, man. My wired mic is acting crazy. Peter Tosh. Yeah, Peter Tosh is the king, man. He's fire. But see, the thing, twin, it would be the same argument because it would basically be the same argument I had last night. Like Peter Tosh is the teacher. He's the master teacher, and Bob Marley's a student. Not to say that not to say that Tony Iommi was the master over Jimi Hendrix. They were on the same level. It's just that according to American standard, Tony Iommi had a disability. So according to American standards, according to the standard of Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles, he has the edge. Because really, to be honest with you, if you really sit down and listen to Peter Tosh, is the Tony of reggae. Peter is the Tony of reggae. Yeah, yeah. So, um, when you listen to Tony, Omi's got guitar solos. You listen to Jimmy; they're exactly the same. To be honest with you, playing style with solos and arrangements of musics and riffs. I mean, if Tony was had all his fingers, him and Jimmy would be equal. They would be equal, you know. However, Jimmy had the mishap, but before he had the mishap, uh, Asar didn't want to talk about how Jimmy tried to do an all black band here in America. And because Jimmy was trying to go on his name and the Black Panther was trying to go on his name, they tried to present him to a black crowd here in America and they booed the shit out of the Gypsy Kings. They were like, hell no, this what the hell? So yeah, that's a fact. That's a reality. And Jimmy ran back to England. Imagine that you running from the place where you were born, America, back to a foreign land, England, because he was accepted in England. You know what I'm saying? The people over there they praised Jimmy. They didn't praise Jimmy like they praised Naomi, but you know, I will concede to this fact. I will. Well, you know what? No, I can't even concede because, like I said, Jimmy had a chance with a second band, and he had a chance to prove himself in America, and he got booed up out of here. He was only great because England said he was great. So yeah, y'all, yeah, that's basically it. So you know, I don't know. I don't know if I want to do another musical debate, but Trevor, I'll probably be last on your list. You know, I think Asar is going. I think Asar probably most likely be the first on your list that you battle, and I think yeah, then it's. I think you and Asar are going to bring a classic, man. Y'all discussing wrestling too. With his level of knowledge and your level of knowledge, I think that's going to be a classic. That's going to be a classic. Now, let me give you heads up. Let me give you heads up. He's an old school head. I already know that. So, you know what? I got Trevor. Damn, I got Trevor. Even though Trevor, you're considered a new booty when it comes to this wrestling. You kind of new. 88 is fairly new. But that's not to take away from your knowledge, though, brother. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. You know, Asar knows his shit when it comes to wrestling. I will give Asar that. He knows his shit. However, Asar tends to he tends to drift. Now let me get it to you like this. I would never get in a car with Asar. Hell no. Because Asar's the type of person, he's all right, just like during that debate, and he'll just be on the highway and he'll just start drifting off, man. He'll start going to sleep at the wheel, man. That's Asar. Hell no. Yeah, Asar is the Google King, man. Oh my gosh, Asar, you are the Google King, bro. You were Googling the hell out of some shit last night. You just Google. Yeah, man. And that's why Yanga was like, yo, what the fuck? I didn't even pay attention to it until I didn't even pay attention until I watched it this morning. I watched it and I was like, oh shit. He was Googling the hell out of some shit. Like last night, you know how you be in a fight? I wasn't even paying attention per se to all that was going on, the details. So, but when I got to go back and look at it, I was like, holy shit, bro, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy. He is Googling the hell out of some shit. But yes, I don't know if they gave Asar the rules or not. I don't know if Asar knows the rules. I don't know what's going on. Asar said he's been in SVDL, but I don't know. I guess back when he was doing it, I guess they were allowed to Google during a debate, I guess. I don't know. Shit. So Trevor said I have one stat for you on Bob Marley's versus Taj. I won't say it because I'm going to destroy you with it in the debate. So, Trevor, what are we establishing? What are we establishing exactly? Are we establishing who is the king? So we got to define what king is. If you're going on sales, I'm conceding right now because everybody knows. Yeah, of course, Bob Marley was marketed. He was marketed. So I don't know, man. It's kind of like an obvious debate. I think we actually will agree that Bob Marley was more marketable. And when you're pushed more, yeah, of course you're going to make more sales. So that doesn't make you necessarily a better artist. Now, yeah, no woman, no cry. Yeah, that's some top 40 shit right there. That's some top 40s. That's some safe music that the white man considers safe. I'd rather be fighting till Africans are free. Peter Tosh. Now they don't want to push that. That's a threat. No, they want to push happy music, sad music. Oh, my woman left me. No woman, no cry. Shit like that, man. So no, there's nothing revolutionary. So I would debate you to see who's more revolutionary. But you're not going to push me into a debate talking about who got more sales. We already know Bob Marley got more sales. He was pushed. So that's not going to be the debate. So we need to lay the foundation of this debate. We need to lay the foundation because if you say, well, King based on sales, then yeah, he sold more than Peter Tosh. Peter Tosh was on the ground, because revolutionaries seek that type of music. That's just like saying, more people now know about Tupac than they do about Fela Kuti, but Fela Kuti's more revolutionary. So the words where Bob Marley wasn't the greatest reggae artist of all time. So how do you define artists, sir? How do you define artists? We got to define this. We might have to probe because we have to get. I think we need to have a discussion until we come to a disagreement. Because if you say king as far as sales, then yeah, he's got sales. Is he revolutionary? The king he is not the greatest. Now reggae to me, and we got to define reggae. Reggae is a revolutionary type of music. Now, when they co-opted Bob Marley, then it no longer became revolutionary. It became marketable mainstream pop music. So some people, what up, MD? They will consider pop music to be reggae. So I don't even so we would have to define reggae. Reggae to me is revolutionary music. But, island music, the Rastas, it represent, and I hate to say it because it's almost kind of like Rastas, like the Jamaican version of the damn Hebrew Israelites and shit. So, Haile Selassie and all that bullshit. I don't know. That could turn into a damn religious debate. And I really, what, Trevor? I don't know, man. Trevor, we can probe, man. I'm just, man. When my damn religious radar goes off, man, I'm like, oh god, I get depressed, man. Shit, I get depressed because then I start thinking about slavery and all that damn depressing shit, man. Fuck that. Nah, man, I wasn't raised that way, man. Y'all do know I was in the forces, man. No. I'm a different type of person, man. So, peace to the deacons. What up? Oh, MD is in his house. What up, MD, man? What up? Man. Yeah, man. I'm just chilling, man. Just hoping Skeem come on this thing tonight, man. Um, hoping Skeem come on, man. And I wish Madon would come on too, man. Have a little face off, man, for tomorrow, for tomorrow's debate. You know, it was Jesus real. Damn. Damn, but y'all be mad at me if I had a debate. Was Spider-Man real? Y'all be mad then, wouldn't y'all? But you know, Trevor, let me know what you think about that debate. Like I said, I'm excited about the debate. Is the title is ridiculous, but you know, I know Skeem is entertaining, but Don is entertainment, so we'll get some entertainment. That'll make up for that whack ass damn. Oh God, that's a whack title, man. Sorry, Skeem, it's just whack, bro. Shout out to Skeem, bro, but damn, but he's young, man. He's young. It's cool. It's young, man. You know, he's got to get, he's got to damn knock some Jesus freaks over the head. I get it. I get it, man. I get it. It's just that I did what Skeem did like 20 years ago. You know, sometimes I just need a breath of fresh air. Shout out to Asar for giving me the fresh air debate. I needed a Tony Iommi, Jimi Hendrix debate. I needed that. I needed that. Since Solar took away my pipeline debate, shit. I still want to do my pipeline debate. Really, I really do. I want Solar. I want to do my fucking pipeline debate, bro. Because that's dealing with some real shit. If Madon came with the scriptures and spookism, game over. Yeah. That's why I think it's gonna be entertaining, man. Because I don't know, man. Oh my gosh, I don't know. I don't know. Trevor, you know the history of SVDL. Was SVDL originally because I'm understanding that people like Bashir and Bashir and what's his name, Asar started the league. So I'm assuming they started. The whole idea was to be a religious debate league, a Bible debate league. I'm assuming that's what that is the direction, Because like I said, when I came into the league, man, I didn't know. I just started, like I said, when I came in when Taz was here, and when Domo was here, and like I said, Taz and Domo. Now, of course, you had Anon and you had all these other people, but when I heard Taz, I was like, okay, this is not something. I got a few minutes. Drop a link. Okay, cool. Oh shit, I didn't even drop the link, bro. Oh God, I'm tripping, y'all. Okay, dropping the link, man. Dropping the link. I didn't even know I didn't drop the link, man. God damn, yo. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. There's a link, y'all. Sorry about that. All right, so we got Trevor. Trevor coming on. Shout out to Trevor. Shout out to MD. Y'all can join. Anybody can join. Y'all know the routine. Y'all know the routine, man. Okay, so we got MD. Oh, MD20, man. What up, MD? What's up? What up? Brothers. What's going on, y'all?
I can't call it. You guys can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
you. As far as the league being religious centered, I think it was because Solar said that his first debater was Bashir. So
right.
Yeah, so that would be religious, and I went back in all the debates. The majority of the debates that I saw, they were religious based.
Okay.
And that's in this sector, like that's really what it's about. I'm shocked that that Skeem would take a debate like that because he can't prove that Jesus wasn't real.
So it's kind of like they both gonna be chasing. I mean, but you can't prove he was real either.
Exactly. So, that's why I can't debate belief.
I can't either, bro. I feel you, bro. We have two different systems, man, and we both agree on that, man. God damn. Gosh. Yeah,
That's
that's
that's why that's why I'm shocked that they would do that. Like I would have said more so was he like a historical figure or something like that.
uh
But just to outright ask was he real or was he if he wasn't, nobody
yeah,
knows because
right, that's true.
you don't have a body, you know what I'm saying? You don't
Right,
have any eyewitness, you don't have any eyewitness accounts outside of the Bible.
right,
And then the only eyewitness accounts that you have were written 80 years after his death, so
right.
you still don't have anything firsthand. So I don't know. Like, man, that's gonna be a tough one.
On both sides.
Yeah, I think Skeem just wanted to get his Bible debate in so he could beat up on the Bible. That's all that is.
Yeah, and shout out to Scheme. Yeah, he's young. I get it. I get it. Um, I guess, I guess we all have to go through that phase at some point in
Cause
time,
let
I
me
guess.
ask you, how could you prove anything without the body though? Like
You
for
can't.
real,
You
or
can't.
without any reputable eyewitness accounts. Like if there was any eyewitness accounts on anybody, they didn't wait until 8 years after he died to talk about it.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So
No, I was just gonna say the only thing that I think Skeem could come with if he wants to challenge it is he could try to come with a historical figure that like the contemporaries at the time recounted as far as like folklore and may try to
what
put the pieces together to account for the Jesus story.
well, they're gonna go to Josephus. I know that's what Madon's gonna go to is Josephus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only like contemporary work that he could go to. Nothing else.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, that's the only person they could go to. And Scheme is gonna go to Bart Ehrman.
Right.
You know, I noticed like the back of my hand now. Scheme's gonna go to
Right.
Bart Ehrman, and Madon's gonna go to Josephus.
Right.
And again, Josephus is supposed to be a disciple of the Apostle Mark, so he still didn't see it.
Right.
So
So
I'm saying, so it's like, yeah, it's her secondhand information, and then you got damn, what the hell was I gonna? Shit, I had a thought in my head, I forgot. But yeah, it's there, unless you have that body, there's no way you could tell. And then, oh, Doctor, who was it? Doctor Ben. There's a video going around that they use a lot of times with Doctor Ben, where he was saying that there was an itinerant preacher around that time that did miracles, and they're saying that that was Jesus of Nazareth. So I mean, is that reputable? I mean,
that's reach. That sounds like a reach to
Well,
me.
well,
like
well,
yeah,
well. That
like
that that would be a reference point that Scheme could use. Because, like I said, if I was in Scheme position, I would be using the contemporaries talking about other people that created the folklore itself of Jesus the Christ. You know what I mean? That in itself is proving that Jesus wasn't a real person. It was folklore based off of what other people were doing. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
yeah,
I mean, it's several reference points that you could go to in history and put the story of Jesus on it. You know what I mean? I mean, hell, like Israel Finkelstein, he was talking about like the Sakari and what some of those people were doing, and how they had stories created for them that you could pinpoint to Jesus. You know what I
I'm
mean?
really interested to hear. I wish Scheme was on because I want to hear what his approach is going to be. Just because with that, based on the title, all Madon has to do is raise doubt. You can't prove it either way. It's belief.
Right. Right.
It's like it's legit belief. Like if you ask me if I believe in God, I'm gonna be like, yeah. But then you ask me how do you know God is real? I'm gonna tell you because I believe. I can't show you any tangible thing because if I say, "Oh, look at the trees and the earth and all that," then you can go to a scientific method and show me how all that was created. And I mean, we
Right.
could argue that all day, but who knows?
So it'd be kind of like my hound session, basically.
What? What did they hound you on? No, they hounded you on.
Was God,
Yeah, yeah,
God, and why you
yeah.
an atheist? And I'm just like, really? This is what y'all gonna hound me about? Hell, I thought it was more exciting about when your girl said bean was meat. I was like, I
Oh
woke
yeah.
up, I fell asleep, man. I was starting to doze off. Everybody in the house session on why you don't believe in God? Who made it? I was just like, oh my God, really? Then Akasha came out of the blue. My son, beans are meat. That shit woke me up. I said, oh shit. Let's talk about that. Shit. Something as ridiculous as that, man, was exciting to me. That just, I'm like, what the hell? Do I believe
Yeah,
in God?
that was
I mean, who cares? Shit.
so back to you now because now I see you dancing like Michael Jackson. You said that no, this was the question you asked.
Mm-hmm.
You asked in the chat. You said put a 1 in the chat. This is exactly what you said. You said put a 1 in the chat if you think Bob Marley is the biggest reggae artist of all time.
Right.
And when you and the reason you asked that is because you were saying somebody that he wasn't. So that's what I want to hold you on. If you say that he's not, and you're standing on Peter's Tosh, I want you to stand on that.
Okay, so how do you
that
define
Peter
reggae?
Tosh was a bigger reggae artist than Bob Marley?
The only reason why I don't, because you and I had two different definitions. We have two different, like when I think of reggae, I think of revolutionary music. Like it's a whole religion behind reggae, and it's the goddamn. Are you just like Christians have to sing about Jesus, God, God? Reggae artists have to sing about overthrowing the system. So in that sense, yeah, greatest reggae artists. If you say that, oh, Bob Marley sold this and that, yeah, he's not even considered a reggae artist. No, he was like in the truest sense. That's why I said it's kind of difficult because I don't think you understand the true definition of what a reggae is. Reggae is revolutionary music. Bob Marley was not revolutionary.
Says who? You just made that up. Says who? Who said that reggae was revolutionary music?
Peter Tosh says Peter Tosh.
But Peter Tosh wasn't the first one to do it.
So all the people that did it before Peter Tosh and the people that did it, that fit in that realm, sing about overthrowing the white man. It's basically goddamn a Jamaican version of ISUPK singing about fucking the white man. That's
yeah.
what
I was about to say.
is.
I mean, you could really define that as religious music because you talk about Christian like all they like a real reggae song. They're talking about Jah and all of that. So
yeah. But the Rastas are a lot like the militant Hebrews. Like they're very, very, very militant. And they believe Babylon, burn Babylon. I mean, I can show you some reggae artists like that are and that's why I said the argument would be kind of weird with Trevor because I don't think Trevor has heard the reggae artist that I'm talking about. Reggae is a revolutionary music. Like imagine
Bob Marley was talking about peace.
Right, exactly. Thank you, Trevor. Right. Imagine if ISUPK had a band. That'd be your reggae. If ISUPK had a musical group, that's basically that's summing up reggae in a nutshell. Because not only do they sing about Jah, Jah, but burn down Babylon. Jah, 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 burn down Babylon. Jah, 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 burn down Babylon. That's the basis of every reggae, revolutionary reggae. That's what I said. How are we defining reggae? That's real reggae. Singing about no woman, no cry, and peace. And no, that's not reggae. That's pop music. That's the white man's pop reggae.
Have you ever listened to the lyrics of No Woman No Cry, like to see what he really was talking about?
Yeah,
he was talking about he was talking about ghetto life and struggling. That's what that song was
that's
about.
Not revolutionary. No, sorry. Nope. Nope, that's not. Revolutionary.
Yeah,
When they say burn down Babylon, what do you? Come on, you're from Jamaica, man. Burn down Babylon. What's the first thing that comes to your mind, sir?
well, the cops first of all, because that's what we say Babylon is the cops,
Right. So you're talking about
the
violence.
establishment.
You're talking
Yeah,
about basically everything that ISUPK be saying. No difference. So Bob Marley never had aggressive music. Only when it was with the Wailers, when Peter Tosh was in the group. When they saw that it was a problem, they did classical divide and conquer. And they, Bob would make you a star. And guess what happened? They did the same thing with, Ice Cube. They did the same thing with a lot of different groups and separated the revolution. You know what I'm saying? They dismantled, and that's why I said, the whole Tupac thing. Tupac was brought in to kill two birds with one stone. Number one, to get 7.4 billion from black women that weren't buying revolutionary music, because you can't market the lynch mob. You can't market NWA to black women, but you can market Tupac. Just put a little baby all on him, and you can market him to the women.
wait a minute, where you come up with that number?
Oh, that's the actual number that I was going to do it in my Fela Kuti debate that I never got to because I got time. But no, that 7.4 billion black women spend that, and that was back in '94. And they wanted, and this is the height of the whole Public Enemy, NWA, the whole height of the real revolutionary. And this is when I say real revolutionary rap, I'm talking about the era before Tupac, when Tupac was still singing and dancing in Digital Underground. That's when you had the real revolutionary hip hop. And they were like, white men come in and say, well, goddamn niggers, you riling up the nigger. They beat up Rodney King, but the niggers are unsettled. We need to bring somebody in to calm the niggers down. And since they gonna calm them niggers, that won't do too much. We need to goddamn tap into the nigger gals, goddamn 7.4 million. We got the perfect goddamn, let me call this boy goddamn Suge Knight. Suge Knight, how you doing? Hey, boss. Hey, how you doing, boss? I need you to come up with somebody who can maybe dabble into that gangster rap there. Well, boss, I think I got somebody, boss. Yeah, and here comes Tupac.
Yeah, Tupac was plug and play, man. I always tell people that. They get mad. I'm like,
well,
hey,
I definitely don't.
Yeah,
I don't think he was what we make him out to be, like this great big revolutionary and this big woke deep guy, because in the same vein where he can make a song about Dear Mama, he then turn around and call be like, I wonder why we call you bitch. You know what I'm saying? So I never looked at him as no great revolutionary person. I mean, he was right person, right place, right time, and I mean, I love his music. I got a bunch of his albums, but you can't put him and Bob Marley in the same vein if that's what you're trying to do.
I don't even think it was right place, right time with Tupac. I think honestly and truthfully, he was inserted into the game.
That's right, he sure was. That's a fact.
Like I done had plenty of arguments about it. Like he was plug and play. He was the dude is an actor, man.
Yeah.
He played the part beautifully. But that's just me with my conspiracy hat on.
No, it's no conspiracy because Tupac went to academy school for acting. So I mean, why is that? How's that good? When the proof is right there in people's face, people are like, oh, it's a career. No, he went to acting school. What are we talking about here?
You're right.
He went to an acting academy, which was a private school, by the way. A lot of people don't know that. But yeah,
you're right.
Yeah, he had to. Yeah, you had to pull some strings to get into that kind of school, man. That's considered. Yeah, these music academies are very. Some of them got waiting lists, man, to get into.
Yeah, gangster rap, man, and like this is just from talking like the OGs and like people that were old enough at the time to like delve into that culture. Oh, gangster rap was never gonna go as high as Death Row. It wasn't possible. You know what I mean? And they had to be pushed by the white man for that. You know what I mean? I remember coming up, like when it came to West Coast rap, people were listening to like underground West Coast. You know,
Yeah.
like we're talking about like Spice One.
Yep.
And Spice
Yeah,
One
yeah.
wasn't particularly
MCA.
like
Yep.
Spice One and
MCA.
Above the Law
Yep.
and people like that. Like people
MC8,
wasn't,
yeah, MC8, people like that, yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
people wasn't like it wasn't no mainstream thing until Death Row hit the scene.
That's right.
And Tupac was a like a vital instrument in like creating that. You know
Yep.
what I mean? Along with the movies that he like that. So the white man is a crafty. Hey, he crafty,
Yes,
man.
sir. Yes, sir. Killed
He
some niggas
know
on
what
time.
he doing.
Yep.
You
He
know what I
gonna
mean?
he gonna squash shit and make money at the same time, and that's what he did.
Exactly.
Shit. You know that Tupac
Like
killed.
like he said, like Tupac was the per. I said this too, and a lot of people don't like this. I compare Drake and Tupac. They a lot alike
Perfect.
in terms of how their career went. You know what I mean? Another guy you could go to is Juice World. Another plug and play type person that wasn't a real gangster. Yeah, he was from Chicago, but he wasn't about no gangster life. And he played the role perfectly, even to the point where he overdosed and died.
Yeah.
So yeah, but Drake would be like, if you could compare Tupac to anybody, like it'll be Drake.
Yeah.
Plug and play, take control of the hip hop scene, and mold it and shape it how you want. A straight square.
Yeah. That's
But
why
hey, that's
Trevor.
just me.
Yeah. That's why I have to be specific in our debate, because I'm not gonna debate you on preference. I'm gonna debate you on what reggae really is. Like I said, the best way to describe reggae is to look at ISUPK. Like I said, if they make a band today, that would be American version of what reggae is, the roots of it. But because you had music, the reggae dance hall come along, and you had the cocaine that swept through goddamn Jamaica, man, it really goddamn changed the whole paradigm of what we think reggae is. And Bob Marley was the start of that, man. Yeah, they divided and conquered, man. If you listen to Peter
Okay,
Tosh stuff, yeah, that's pure reggae.
so let me ask you a question. Do you think whose music do you think left the people better off?
See, you're asking the wrong question, brother. That's why I said we
No,
not
I'm
we
not. I
not.
mean, because
No,
you so stuck on revolutionary,
but that's what
and
reggae is about. Reggae is
I
about
could say that
revolution.
Bob Marley's music was greater than that. It was about like love and stuff like
It's
that.
that you were right, and that's subjective, and that's what they were market. Yeah, they wanted to market that way because yeah, love is more marketable than damn revolution, and that's why they got Tupac. That's why they got Bob Marley, and that's why they got people in place to quench a revolution without you even knowing about it. No, but Rastas are very militant, man. They not with all that peace and love and shit. That Bob Marley brought that paradigm, but no, Rastas are very militant, very militant. That's why I'm just like, yeah, you might, and then it only takes when you talk about revolution or revolutionaries, and it takes, they call them three, they call us 3%ers. Only 3%. Oh, here goes Skeem. Skeem, what's going on, man?
Yo, what's going down? My fault, Blackson,
Hey,
man.
Oh, you
I'm
good,
out
man?
here.
You
what's
good?
up,
No,
Skeem?
you came in
What's
right
up,
good time.
Trevor? What's up, MD? I'm over here running around. I just got a little bit of time. I want to hop up and just at least tell y'all a little bit about like the angle I'm going. It's it's pretty simple though. Um, it's just gonna be just showing a lot of parallels of pre-existing Christ-like figures. I'm gonna be probably getting into a little bit of mimesis, just a little as far as the Greek wording of the New Testament and the Homeric epics and how they are. The author was trying to like advertise like a new Christ-like figure, the new like Odysseus, what you would say, because like New Testament writers, they all were astute with Greek epic literature, and that's the writing style. That's how they wrote. That's why the New Testament is so similar to the Odyssey.
Right.
So because it's not copying, it's that's just how it is. It's like music. where you be like, why is all these records sound the same? It's like, that's how it is, nigga. Like, that's the that's what's going on. Like, this is
Right.
how yeah. So it's real simple. I just, I haven't really started on it because I've been so lit because it was New Year's. But I got the book that I need for it. I'm gonna read that tonight, or not read all of it, but damn near. It's nailed by David, and by David Fitzgerald. The 10 Chris, what is it? 10 Christian myths. Hold on. Yeah, but Nailed. I don't know if y'all know the book Nailed by David Fitzgerald, but it's basically just debunking Jesus easily, debunking Christianity, and then I'll even throw in some stuff from James Valiant, just a little bit to show how the Romans invented Christianity in the first damn place. So, like even though I don't have the book for that, I don't need it. He proves it pretty well, and just other articles. But yeah, that's really that. Just basically going over like the accounts of like people saying like, oh, I seen Jesus, I know this, like talking about him like he say, she say, the hearsay.
Exactly.
Josephus, his capping ass, that's all he do is lie. I'm just show, show how he's a
I told
goddamn
you they were
lie.
going to Josephus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he's gonna definitely use Josephus, which is all. I mean, hey, that's fine by me. You can use Titus. I don't care who. I mean, not Titus. Tacitus.
Tax
Yeah,
for this. Yes, that's it.
yeah. He could use all
Yeah.
those fuckers. I don't care. But, yeah, it's gonna be pretty simple, man. Because the book pretty much does it for me, literally. So,
Right. Right.
um, by David Fitzgerald. Let me see the name of it. My fault.
Yeah, but of course, Scheme, you're gonna add your touch to it.
So
That makes it entertaining.
so but so Scheme, but all he has to do, well, see, again, I mean, you could debunk a lot of things, but you still can't prove that he didn't exist. I mean, because without a body, no, I mean, it's a moot point.
Oh, you speaking of that could be considered a fallacy due to like the argument of like Solomon, Abraham, and all these biblical characters that we don't have a body for. People are arguing all the time that these people exist. It's no different with Jesus. He's just another biblical character that's being deemed as a historical figure. He's no different than the patriarchs. He did not exist because not because we can't not prove that he exists or prove that he did because there's nobody. Just like with Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Solomon. If that's the case, we have to use that argument for all these characters, and we'll just never know. This whole, but this is why the beauty of looking back at like to see what predated this system, and when we see so many parallels and break down the science of why these parallels are done and why these templates are being copied, as you could say, and like, why the gospels are written this way, why Jesus, things of that nature. I know this straying off of the body thing, but that helps prove why you don't really need the physical body of Jesus. Why that argument is mute, because you could just prove how this shit got invented in the first place. Like I said, with the James Valiant thing, that basically, like, he is talking about the Flavian dynasty and how like the cross, before the cross, was like an anchor with fish that the Flavians used, and then even Constantine used it. I forget
Yep.
another Roman emperor named Haley Herodes. I forget his name. Haley something. He in the second century he used it. When they're like endeavoring with Jewish politics, I believe, like it's just a use of basically Jews use a pagan symbol, and then it got conformed into just being a part of the spiritual system. So just adapting Greek culture to or Roman culture to as a political game to say like, hey, we could all get along. Is using coins and all these things like Jewish coinage. You'll see anchors and fish. I mean, not fish, just anchors. In the Hasmonean and Herod dynasty, just Maccabees. I think they don't, because I guess it would be considered a graven image if you would have the fish or the dolphin, because now that is talking about Apollo, even though the anchor is pagan itself anyway, and it goes back to the Seleucids taking over in Syria when Alexander the Great conquered. The Seleucids used the anchor in dolphin to invoke Apollo and to conform. It's like when Alexander came; he became pharaoh and adopted Egyptian culture. It's the same thing, It's all for politics. So this shit goes back to Seleucid, the first Seleucid king. So, yeah, I'll prove a little bit of that. I'm not really going to be going in on that too much because I'm not too astute on that argument that well, but just enough to drive my point home that it's a Roman invention that's just coming from pre-existing mythical stories and epics. So,
what I missed? Talking about the Jesus debate?
Yeah.
Yeah, did Jesus exist historically?
What are you saying? No?
Yes, no, he did not exist historically.
I hope you didn't get shit for Christmas. You didn't get nothing on your birthday. I hope you ain't get nothing for Christmas. You talk
I got
like
some
that,
cold.
talking that talk. Don't let my grandmama hear you.
I know. Nah, you're not lying though. You're not lying. Yeah, that's something. My grandma, she'll say the same thing. She would wash my mouth out with soap for that.
Hey,
But it's just that the baton just can't keep getting passed down when you're dealing with the generation. I mean, each generation should get more knowledgeable and want to find out where these mythos come from. It's a surface level to say like, how did the slaves get the Bible? But take it even a step farther to even say like where the Bible came from and all this, like, and where they even got Christianity from, how it got invented. So, my grandma, she doesn't care about that stuff because now that's not. You can't question things of that nature because you might find something. You look for something, you're gonna find it. So she don't want her bubble being busted. She don't want her. She don't want that.
Mm-hmm.
She just doesn't. Me and her got into conversations, but as I get older, I don't even deal with stuff like that with my elders. Out of respect. So
Yeah,
I don't even.
they hate to think that whatever they believed in for 30, 50, 60 years is maybe not true.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And
By
it
the
comes
time you
off
get
as
to know.
disrespect, so
Yeah.
so I leave it alone, man. I leave that alone.
So
But
what time is the debate?
it's tomorrow at 7, and I haven't even.
7.
I
Yes, I
started
got
a
good
little
time.
bit, but I gotta finish reading a book. I'm gonna go smoke, so I can go back to reading. Then because I really gotta start on this shit. I'm gonna be up all night doing it. So because I was waiting
Hey,
on
make sure you're in a good spot, man, because you could be boring a lot during the thing.
Nah, you not lying, bro. That is a problem I be dealing with. Shit, I don't know. I be moving around too much this time, but I'm not gonna be in the spaces that I be at. It's gonna be a nice smooth connection. So, we're gonna do it like that. But yeah, man, I gotta get started with it. You know what I'm saying? Put all of it together. It's all there. Just gotta be organized, as I was saying. All in my notes and all that.
Shit, I'm working on my little presentation for Wednesday.
What's going down Wednesday?
He's hound session.
Hound
It's the
session.
how yeah how okay. What's the shit? What's your stances on so we can know, like, get an idea? I know you fuck with wrestling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I do too.
I could do anything, man. Like, so Solar want me to do a presentation on why I left the church. So I think he just gave me a toss up.
Right. Yeah.
But
Okay. So the Hebrews
I
can jump
rock.
on.
Yeah. So Hebrews could jump on me. I rock with anything though. I could argue for or against anything. So I just
Was
want
Kevin
to.
was Kevin Nash the baddest in on WCW? Fuck NW. Was Kevin Nash the
Hell
hardest?
no.
Who was big?
Goldberg
Who was
was.
Sting? Goldberg. Oh my gosh. I ain't mad at that. Fuck it. That's a
I
weird
remember
one. I knew he was
champion.
gonna say somebody like a Sting character, like just somebody that's just fucking.
You gonna come watch wrestling? Yeah, but I could argue any point on anything, so I don't really come in with no major hard stance on anything. I kind of just feel out the room, and I'm like, okay, I'll take the negative on that. Like I want to get in the ring with Yanga about this black community, you know. I think the black community is on life support basically, and so and to try to get in the ring with somebody like Yanga on that is a hard hill to climb, but I'm down for it.
Yeah. Okay.
So like y'all, so you can legit throw a topic at me and I'll probably take it. You know what I'm saying? So just give me some time to research it or whatever. I believe in God. My thing is I believe in God. I just don't believe in him the way I've been taught.
Right.
So that's why when
that's what an atheist is. You can fit into that. Is anti-theos, God of the state. So God
atheist, you don't believe in anything. I believe in a Most High Creator.
Listen, there's different definitions throughout time, is what I'm trying to tell you, brother. Atheists originally started off as anti-God of the state. So you can believe in a God, but if you don't believe, and this is why theocracy is so dangerous. If you don't believe in the God of the state, you were put to death. And that still is relevant in Saudi Arabia and Iran and Bahrain over in the Middle East, United Emirates. That is still relevant today. So, it actually originates meaning God of the state. You're talking about a more modern, refined definition. When atheists evolve, they just say, I don't believe in nothing. Fuck all that shit. But no, originally it started off as, you can believe in God. No. You got to believe in God of the states. That what the government deems as God, you have to believe in. Fuck your interpretation. Fuck your belief. Fuck your spirituality. The state deems this as God, and if you don't agree with the state, then you're a heretic.
Correct. That's usually correct.
Hey Trevor, let me ask you a question, man. You said you were a youth pastor like for 20 years, right?
Yeah, I used to be for 25 years.
Okay, all right. What were you married at the time with your wife now?
No, I only been married for 10 years.
Oh, okay, all right. Because I was gonna ask you, like how was it in terms of like your family wise, like when you decided to leave, you know what I mean? But I guess that don't constitute.
Well, no. So here's the thing. I mean, when I made the decision in 2020, and I've been thinking about it for a while, but I kind of didn't say anything because my wife, she grew up in the church, like her dad still is a pastor, and her mom is heavy in the church and everything. So I didn't want to say anything because I knew it was going to cause division in the house. Because once women, when they grow up in the church, like to get them to leave or to say that you're leaving is going to be the issue. But when I broke the news to her, she just looked at me and she was like, okay, she was like, I've been thinking the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't get I got kickback from my pastors because they were my their family members. So that caused a rift, but I didn't really care about what they thought when it came to that. I only cared about what my wife thought.
Right. What denomination was?
Oh man, so I was non-denominational.
Oh, okay, all right.
But I also grew up. I spent my teen years in the Pentecostal holiness. Fire baptized, all that crap.
Yeah, that sounds Jamaican.
Yeah. I was also Seventh-day Adventist too, growing up.
Oh damn.
Yeah, they had me all over the place. So that's what I'm saying.
I don't know. A lot of Caribbeans, man. A lot of West Africans too. They run Pentecostal like a mug. I don't know why, but.
Well, because you know why? Because all the American evangelists come to the islands, and that's what they bring.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You're right.
So like a TD Jakes to Jamaica, TD Jakes is God.
Yeah,
and
Billy Graham up in the house.
yeah,
Yep.
Geno Jennings has a huge following over there.
Damn.
So it's like, and people, man, they see their religious leaders on the same level as the creator. So that's a problem in itself.
Wait, which Billy Graham you referring to? The bass guitarist?
No,
The
the
bass
old white man,
guitarist.
Billy Graham.
Old school, yeah.
Yeah, old school evangelical.
Yep.
Yeah, the greatest. Well, he's like the most world-renowned evangelist ever of all time.
Yeah, I used to have a next door neighbor, man. In my childhood, man, they had a damn picture up of Billy Graham
Yeah.
in the kitchen.
That's crazy.
A whole black family. I'm like,
That's crazy.
what's this white man? And Jesus was next to him, the white Jesus.
But you see that mentality though.
Yeah.
You see that mentality. Like even when I was in church, me and my daughter, we went to Walmart one time and went down the aisle and they had some candles. And my daughter was like, "Look, Daddy, there's God." I looked around. I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And she's pointing at this white Jesus. I said, "Who told you that?" You know what I'm saying? Like I'm breaking that out of her quick. But they see this image and they like, oh, they associate that with God, and my whole thing is, how come every race and culture and religion, every other person, every other people but us have a God that look like us?
Right.
So it's like they give us that hippie and say that that's our God, that's who we're supposed to worship. Why we don't have nobody that look like us? And it's just stuff like that. I just start thinking like, damn, something might not be right here.
So I have
Trevor,
a question for you people who believe.
Who is Zanzi?
yes, Zanzi, baby.
So I'd like to know. You all believe in some form of the Abrahamic God, right?
Well, me personally, I believe in all gods, just
all
because
gods.
they manifested through consciousness. That's me.
Okay. So, well, do you all believe in a God that? Because you say gods that look like us, right? So, do you all believe in a God that looks like a human being to some extent, an anthropomorphic God, or?
Well, no. When I say that, so like if you look at the Hindu, you look at Hinduism and stuff like that, you see the image that they have. You look at the Buddhists, you see the image that they have. So everybody that has some type of religious deity, they in the human manifestation, they all look like them. But then when it comes to black people, they give us this white Jesus.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And,
I mean,
and they tell us we're supposed to be okay with that.
An individual that ascended, right, to some extent.
Wait, say that again?
Understand. Buddha is more of an individual who ascended, right, to some extent, who got
enlightenment.
Enlightenment, exactly the word I was looking
Yeah.
for. So that then he so happens to be, and that's interesting, right? Because I always thought that Buddha was an Indian, right? That he's from India, and yet the most known image of him kind of looked like a more Asian. I know that India is in Asia, but I mean, he still looks more like an East Asian person, right? And so all those images, like Jesus as a white person, doesn't make sense, in the sense that if he lived in the area that people say he lived, the chances that he was this white person with blue eyes that's represented in most church doesn't make sense, right? But
so why do they feed that? So why do they feed that to us then?
Oh, well, because that's more marketable. That's the same thing.
Because it's a mind. It's mind control. It's mind control.
Oh, yeah, most likely too. I mean, there's definitely some kind of white supremacist idea being carried through that, right? But then again, that's something that I don't understand sometimes. But so Jesus is God, right? I mean, what's the situation on that, in the sense that So if God looks like a human, or is it just like is incarnation or the prophets that looks like humans or are
It's
humans?
in a human depiction because
Right.
that's all we could come up with.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So then the depiction could be pretty much anything. Then.
Yeah.
Correct.
Whatever you can come up with consciously. That's why I believe, because like I said, my belief is that it's a centralized consciousness that we all share. So whatever comes up within that centralized consciousness is basically manifested. Most of the time, that's going to be in human form because we're human.
All right.
If that make any sense.
Yeah. So I'm guessing that community churches can have Jesus looking whatever way they want at the end of the day, and it does create a division in a schism, I guess, in the Christianity, in the Christian church, right? To have a different vision of what Jesus looked like, but so would
Well,
it be?
Zanzi, let me say this real quick. It's only a division when black people start talking about it.
No,
Right.
well, my point is that if we were to try and talk about an historical Jesus, right? Well, Jesus, in my mind, most likely looks more like an Arabic person to some extent, right?
He should
So
absolutely,
yeah, so
based on the region of
then
the earth that he
the
was
people
born.
creating the division are the people inventing this white Jesus, right? Uh,
Exactly.
my point is, if we're all looking towards an historical Jesus, then it would make sense to admit that that's kind of make believe, right? And try and uh, well address the situation that led to that. But then again, if the whole point is that, well, no, Jesus can really be anything, right? In the sense that it's only a representation of an incarnation of God, then to have people in Vietnam having an Asian Jesus, to have people in Africa have a black Jesus, to have people in the Middle East have a Middle Eastern Jesus, you know what I mean? Then it doesn't really matter. So I'm just wondering what do you think that the Christian should agree on? An historical Jesus or an incarnate abstract Jesus?
Zanzi, you know the question to that. Ain't nothing going but the white man Jesus. If it ain't that, they ain't trying to hear. You should already know that. Socio-politically, it's the white man Jesus. It always will be.
Well, I've always pretty much stayed away from churches, so that's indeed the first impression I have that things are gonna be like, right. I will, but and that's unfortunate, and there has to be ways to try and approve that. But what I'm saying is, what do you guys think would be the best approach? I don't I don't think the best approach is the white Jesus. I don't think that's what you guys want either. But are you more a proponent of the abstract incarnation or of the historical incarnation as well?
They messed up when they put a figure on. Because, I
Okay,
mean,
yeah.
because we would have been okay. We would have been okay just thinking of believing in an invisible God. But the minute they put a picture on him, they put a face on him, then it just threw everything all out of whack.
Skeem, do you agree with that, Skeem?
Only thing I'm thinking about is like how Paul was talking about Jesus. I mean, other than that, if we talk about skin tone, I mean, shit, that matters as far as like, because I mean, the Egyptians depicted a Sar as black. You know, if that was the case, he just would have been fucking purple. You know, I mean, like, you gotta self-identify with your deities as far as like,
Exactly.
making them look like in the image of Jesus. Yeah, so that does matter in a psychological sense. You know, like subconsciously, like that matters definitely. So I mean, is the question like an argument of like the early like Christian inventors? Like, are they depicting Jesus in this white form? Is this like what's the question behind it? Like, what is this like?
Right.
I don't get, because the Bible. I mean, obviously the Bible. If you read it, Jesus is not a white guy, but I mean, he's depicted as a fucking I don't even know what you call it, because all his depictions he's like, because even the one that the Pope's son, whatever gay lover, they painted a picture of like the Pope's son's lover as being Jesus. He was a Rome. He was like an Italian. So I mean,
Yeah.
um,
Borgia.
that's the famous picture that everybody love about. Everybody
Yeah,
was
this
Jesus
is
from.
Caesar
Yeah, I
Borgia.
forget his
Borgia. Yeah.
name. Caesar
Borgia. Yeah.
Borgia.
That's right.
Yeah, Caesar Borgia. But but even before that, I can't think off the top of my head the depictions, the oldest depiction of Christ. It's probably
Well,
fucking,
the
I don't know. You
oldest
gonna make me look.
depiction is
Hold on.
the oldest depiction of Christ is in the Ethiopian Coptic church, and it shows him as being black. And
Okay.
so that's why, again, that's why I say in this country especially, it's like a control manipulation thing that they would then turn around and feed us the idea of this blonde hair, blue eyed hippie.
Mm-hmm.
So, like in novels, right? When you read a book, most of the time they take the time to describe the characters that you're meeting, so that you can give yourself a good idea and imagine the character as it is. Now, I am not a scholar of the Bible. I have to ask you guys: is there in the Bible such a description of what Jesus looked like, right? Because that would be the source of everything. The photographs didn't exist. I don't know that there's a contemporary picture or contemporary painting or depiction of Jesus Christ as historically appeared. But in the Bible, is there such a description of his physical traits?
I think in
Yeah, it
You
is,
it is, but
but it's
where
not like that.
where everybody runs to would be Revelation, where it says, feet of brass and stuff like that. But because they use that to win an argument,
Mhm.
that's not, because if you look at that for what that really meant, I mean, it said his hair and his head were white. They just stopped at the hair part. And so if they go really read through the description, what John was seeing was like a manifestation of a being. He wasn't even seeing a human form or something. So so the descriptors that people use, they pick and choose. Like they'll pull out any little thing, like I forget, there's a scripture in the Old Testament where it says that Israel is like unto a cake unturned or something like that.
Yeah.
It's just it's like little things like that they'll pull out and say, oh, see, he's black, you see. But I just look at logic from where he was born. He couldn't be white. Like nobody over there had that skin tone. So he had to have been like brown skin. I'm not saying he was Negro, but I'm not saying he was European either. I'm saying that he had to be Arab, basically. He had an Arabian complexion.
I mean, really,
See,
at
I
that
don't even
point,
like I don't even like to use Arab, because Arab is really a misnomer. When you talk about the region, the region is Mediterranean, and whether those people are in the
Well,
south of Europe or in the north of Africa, they all look the same. So I don't even like you.
isn't
If I
Jesus
would say
a
anything,
bastard?
I would say Mediterranean.
But the sad
Okay, I
part
would I
is,
wouldn't argue.
it's
I
claiming
wouldn't argue
Jesus
with
is
you.
from Nazareth, but there is no Nazareth at the time. But so that's a point of content right there. But if you is nigga, set that aside, Jesus is Aramaic, um, you know, but he's supposed to be coming from the line of David, um, so whatever this bloodline, uh, this alleged bloodline is. This is supposed to be. I don't know. The religion I see is taking over as a bloodline instead of a culture. But there is no David, just like there is no Jesus. But there's just no evidence to prove that this is a historical figure. It's not an argument of silence. It's just that all the evidence points to it being a template, basically like recreation of like a new and improved God. Like this is the most pleasing God that all the masses want to conform to better than all the rest. It is better than the rest, and it's telling you that. It's not trying to hide it. So it's clear as day. So after dealing with information like that, you're only dealing with cognitive dissonance if you want to say he's real. Now you gotta say Dionysus is real, or you know what I'm saying. You gotta because he turned water into wine, just like Jesus. And that story's older than the Gospels. So I mean, what we doing here? But the list goes on with things like that. So it's just all it does is point further to this being a myth. So I don't even get caught up in like, was he? I mean, I get it if you're going off of the lore of it. Like was he this? Was he that? Like, okay. He's from Nazareth. There is no Nazarene. I mean, Jesus is Nazarene. There's no Nazareth. They said Nazareth was a necropolis at the time of Jesus, not a village.
So, Skeem, what you're saying is that Madon's going to be pretty predictable with his rapid fire, with his line of questioning.
Well, yeah, because remember the book I told you by David Fitzgerald, nailed the 10 Christian myths, debunking Jesus existed. It's literally got like the top 10 like arguments that come from apologists that are like basically saying like these are it's like it lays it out in the form of saying like these are arguments to prove that he exists. But what Fitzgerald does, he goes over how they're all not and they're terrible, and it shows the flaws in all of them. So I don't even have to use all 10. That's the sad part. Like it's gonna be real easy, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why I gotta read that tonight. It's just not
Right.
a long book at all, so no
Okay.
problem. Yeah, it's all there. All the information is there. Y'all see tomorrow how I organize it beautifully.
Well, you always bring, man, your debates always be entertaining, man. I be like I said, man. I normally don't
Oh,
do
yeah,
these
appreciate it.
debates, but because I know it's you, I'm gonna attend, brother. Because you got to make them
Appreciate
type
you,
of
man. Yeah,
debates
man.
entertaining. Quite naturally, you're entertaining anyway. So yeah, you.
Appreciate it. One day I'm gonna stop doing all that religious debates, but that's just what I be into.
Oh
Everybody
no, no,
debates,
it's all
so
good, brother. No, no. Yeah. It's fun watching you tear it apart, man. I don't object to that. That's why I said, I'm glad that you have the charisma and personality behind it because, man, you got to have that in order to do a religious debate because some things, man, woo.
it's frustrating.
Oh, Yanga,
For
man, I
sure.
heard your title was
Like it's
changed.
easy, but it's frustrating.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh shit! What
Yanga,
happened with the title?
I think it got changed again. Yanga, I think. Oh, he at work. He at work. All right. Yeah, man. They changed the title again on Yanga. Man, your double master
Man, what's
teacher,
the
man. What's he
debate?
doing? Oh, now it's where the
Oh,
people.
Blue changed the title.
Yeah, I think we changed the title, bro. Yeah, it's definitely not a Yanga title. Where the people in the West African Hebrew Israelites.
Damn.
Yeah,
The,
yeah,
the,
We're the
the title
people
Wait,
was
of
say
changed.
that
West
again.
Africa Hebrew Israelites.
yeah.
Everyone in West Africa?
Is it?
Or the people
It's
on the shore, the
oh
slave shore,
shit.
basically. Yeah.
We're the people of West Africa Hebrew Israelites.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I really want to know like how he's defining a Hebrew Israelite off a bloodline or just a cultural aspect. Like, what is this about to be about?
I don't know, man. Blue's gonna try to pull a
Is
rabbit
there
out of the hat.
DNA involved? Like, what is
I don't
this?
know. Man, that's your man's. That's your team, Skeem. How do you tell us? Shit. We the arena, baby.
Y'all just laid this on me. Like, I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah, because I was trying to set a
Yeah,
bet
you
up.
know, Blue man.
Yeah, I know. I know. Blue boy, he's Jesus Christ. But
Yeah, man, that's gonna be crazy. Oh shit. Yo, Blue is crazy for that.
Blue is crazy, man. But
Oh man, I
Blue
got
be trying
to. I'm like,
yeah, Blue be working his magic, man. I shout out to Blue, man. He be working his magic, brother. Shit,
Yanga, don't be sitting back cheesing too hard.
yeah.
He's sitting back there cheesing off that. Damn, man, what y'all think about that? Like, the Hebrew is the slaves from West Africa, the Hebrew Israelites.
Right. I think Blue's trying to pull a rabbit out of the hat, man. He trying to. Blue's trying to work his magic, man. Shout out to Blue, man. That's gonna be another. Hey, Blue keeps entertaining, man. That's
Peace to the BMT.
Yes, sir. Y'all keep it entertaining, bro. So, shout out to y'all, man. Shit,
yeah,
man.
I'm astonished. I'm flabbergasted. I can't wait to see that shit. I'm not gonna
right.
Damn. I gotta fucking get down though in a little bit. Actually, right now I gotta go.
Oh, that's no problem. I mean, I'm glad you came. All right.
Yeah, I gotta go on.
All right, so y'all got it tomorrow at 7, man. Skeem versus Madon Kemet is going down. It's going down.
Hey, fellas, because I'm having a hard time focusing, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump down and finish up on my presentation, and then watch wrestling with my daughter.
So your presentation is why you left the church.
Yeah.
Oh, that should be easy. Yeah. Oh, he gave you an easy one, man. Oh, come on, man.
Because I think he just wanted to give me something just so he could hound me on.
Oh, but
because when I was talking to him, he was asking me certain questions, and I'm like, damn, I didn't know he thought this way, so it should be interesting.
But you already made a whole video on your channel about why you left the church.
Yeah, but now it's just put it in words.
All right.
What's really getting me is I've never done a slideshow presentation, so that's what I'm doing now. I'm doing the slides together now.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so
because it'd be one, and it's hard that I'm trying to listen to what you guys saying, but then I'm typing stuff at the same time. Because the problem with me is I could, if you give me a topic or something, I'll just ride out on it and just talk about it. But to have to actually put it on a slide, that's what's kind of messing me up. So, and then I go back to work tomorrow too, so I need to get it done before I go to bed.
Oh, okay, that's what's up.
So I gotta
Well, yeah, you get the hang of it, brother.
So,
you get.
I know once I do it a few times, I'll have it down.
Yeah.
So I wish I had to go back and listen to some of the old debates so I could just get an idea of how things, how things flow.
Did you put up the old debates, or when you say old debates?
He haven't put it.
Oh, you
haven't put them up. No, but I could look at the the ones that we already did so far.
Okay. Yeah, man. Just don't use mine, man. My shit fucking. Oh God, that shit was horrible.
I should be all right though.
Okay.
I'm ready for the. Yeah, I'm ready for the hounds. I mean, that ain't. Y'all throw whatever you want. I mean, I could succeed or I could fail. So it ain't gonna matter. That ain't gonna be too big of a deal.
Well, I already see Asar is hungry to do that wrestling debate. He's hungry already, man.
Yeah.
So you woke him up. I really didn't see
that. I could get Asar. I could get Asar with that. He could be my first victim. Listen, a SAR could be the answer to a question. Who was Trevor's first victory in SVDL? And it,
Right,
and it could
right.
be a SAR MCOT.
I
It
think
could be
that's going to be a
Blackson,
cool.
it could be Yanga, it could be whoever won.
Mm, I don't know, man. You're gonna
So
have to work on your rapid fire coming across my
yeah.
lane,
Oh
brother.
yeah, that's gonna be I can see that right there being my a weakness off
Yo,
the bat, just because I haven't done it before.
right, right.
So
Well, it's just like what we do here on the arena, man. It's no different, man. It's time. That's all. It's just time. So you gotta get all your questions out immediately, And it's funny because Asar, man, he be so woo, man. Asar changed that debate into a damn wrestling debate. I was like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
I
Saw
was like,
jump out the window on your ass real quick.
I
Real quick. You don't know what just happened.
didn't know what the fuck. I'm like, wait a minute, Sting. Goddamn Ric Flair, Road Warriors. What are we doing? He almost sucked me into. I said, "No, bro, you're not going. No, bro, we're not doing that. That's not what I prepared for tonight. No. Yeah,
but it should be interesting, man. So I'll see you guys in the chat tomorrow at 7:00, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll be
Yeah,
there,
I'll
bro.
be there, man. I'll be there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. All right, fellas.
Peace.
All right.
Peace.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so definitely be a interesting little house session, man. I want to see what Trevor got, and I want to see how his presentation goes. Hey, let me ask you a question, Blackson. So what program do you use to make? Do you use PowerPoint?
I use Google Slides.
Google Slides, okay.
Yeah, Google Slides. Yeah. And
Is that something you have to download or?
No, it should be free. Well, you got Windows 10?
Yeah, Windows 10. I think it's 10. I don't know.
Are you on a computer or a phone right now?
I'm on the phone. Yeah, I ain't got my laptop with me in the truck.
So when you get to your laptop, all you got to do is type the Google, and it should pop right on up. You probably never even used it, man. It's probably on your computer.
I don't know. That's what.
To answer your question, you don't have to download Google Slides. It's a Google application. You just log in to your Google account and the Google web page, and at the top right corner, you're gonna have this icon with all the squares, and that's gonna give you access to all the Google applications. They're all hosted in the cloud.
Okay. And you can save it like a document?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can save and download the document once you created the document. Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, and it's the most user friendly app that I've ever used, man. It's real simple. It's man.
Okay, because I was gonna ask you which one do you think is better, PowerPoint or that?
I'm gonna be biased and say Google because it's free. And I don't know if PowerPoint is free or not, but
well, that's the thing. But now, Office 365 make it so that if you want to download and have the desktop version of PowerPoint, then yes, you have to pay a license. But if you want to go on Office 365 online and use with your Microsoft account the online version of PowerPoint, which is the same principle, the same system as the Google online slide, then it's free. Personally, I prefer PowerPoint, but that's what I've used for years.
Yeah, because I do have PowerPoint.
Blackson is right that Google Slides is much more user friendly, though.
Okay. Yeah. So, when I had my business, I had like a package where they gave me like Office 365, and I had like Intuit spreadsheet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I had those two, so I do have PowerPoint. I know I have it on. I just never used it.
Yeah, if you don't have the license, your desktop version is gonna be able to read only, but the online version is gonna still be free with your Microsoft account.
Hell, I had to pay for that.
For the desktop version, yeah.
Yeah, I had
or
to pay.
If you want to use it into a business, then you have to pay for a business license. Yeah.
Yeah. So they gave me, when I paid for it, they gave me Office 365, and I got like the Intuit suite with the spreadsheets and all that stuff.
Mhm.
So yeah, they gave me all of that. I paid like $60 for it.
Yeah, no, the Office 365 bundle is very good. That's Microsoft are they go in schools, right? And when I was in school, they gave us like access to Azure, the Azure platform, and everything on it. We could download as many freaking installations of Windows we wanted. We could have as many licenses as we wanted for all the programs. And the reason they do that with students is to make sure that the students they get to learn with those tools, and then that's what gets implemented in the industry, right? Because that's what we're familiar with. Um, so their offering is very good for the price, but it's all depend. It all depends on your standing with Microsoft as a company, Windows as an operating system. Um, some people would prefer if Linux were more of the standard, right? As an open source program that doesn't collect your data like Microsoft does. But yeah.
Hey, I don't know nothing about. All I know is computer. That's all. That's all I damn know. But yeah. I'm gonna look at it when I get home though. Like I said, I want to try to play with it so I can be ready. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, hell, since you already paid for it, yeah, I would say even though I'm using Google Slides, hell, you paid for it. Yeah, use the other one. I mean, use both of them really, and then just see which one is more user friendly to you. But you already paid for it. Shit. I mean, I'm imagining because you paid for it, it's probably a better quality. You think, maybe
Right.
PowerPoint has more options.
okay.
It has a different integration into Microsoft, right? Into Windows, since it's a Microsoft product. Google, on the other hand, is fully integrated Google Slides with any other Google product that you use. So it really depends. Do you use your Microsoft product and Microsoft account most, or do you use your Google product and Google account most?
Probably Google account.
Yeah, then you're most
Because I
likely
mean, I
better.
use Google for pretty much everything, like my browser
Yeah.
Yeah,
and all
then
that. You know what I mean?
you're most likely better with slides at that point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it took me slides. It took me less. Well, it took me like a couple of hours to just really, really get comfortable with it. But it'll be less than a day. Like once you jump on there, MD, it'll be like it'll be so simple, man. You'll be like, oh, okay, this is nothing to it. You know what I'm saying? But the main thing is just getting on the computer and just getting started. Once you get started, it's kind of like it's like it's almost self-explanatory, some of the stuff. But like I said, you just have to get your hands. You just have to sit down and just get started. That's the best advice I can give. And once you'll catch on immediately.
Yeah, I'll play around with it when I get home.
Yeah. Oh, you driving?
Yeah, I'm on the road right now. Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Damn.
Yeah. I got back on the road today.
Okay.
Your sound quality is very good for someone who's driving, man. That's impressive.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's yeah.
Well, I got my buds in, so
Okay.
I'm not driving at the moment. I'm in my truck, but I'm not driving. No.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say that noise cancellation is whoa shit. That shit is nice.
No, yeah. I mean, I got my buds in.
Okay.
Yeah, the bud. Yeah, these buds off the chain, man. The Galaxy Buds Pro.
Yeah.
That's what I use. Yeah.
Okay. How much those run?
I paid like $170. Well, that's when they came out, like $175.
Right, okay. Yeah. And how long did they hold a charge for?
They hold. I can have them in my ear all day.
Oh shit. Okay. Oh hell, you definitely got your.
I can have them in my ear all day.
Okay.
Usually, like I got my headset, my trucking headset.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I use that when I'm driving, and then but I mean it's got noise cancellation and everything on it too though.
That's right. Yep.
My Rand McNally's. And then like when I'm back here like in the bed, man, you know, if I'm listening to music or something, I'll put the buds in.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I usually sleep with like I go to sleep, wake up, and music still going on in my ear. You know what I mean?
Oh, them joints are comfortable then, man. Oh
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Shit, I can't imagine going to. So okay, you got the good
yeah. I
joints.
go to
Yeah.
sleep with the buds in my ear like most of the time.
Oh, did you check out that Tazario show?
Man, I didn't get it. Man, as soon as I got
Oh,
off with you, I went to sleep, man.
yeah. That's what's
Yeah,
up. Yeah, yeah.
I'm probably gonna look at it tonight
Okay,
because
okay.
I ain't got to get up too early.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna look at it tonight. And you said it's on Cross the Line Radio, right?
Yeah, cross the line. Yep. That's it.
Yeah. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check it out tonight, man. I'm talking about
Mhm.
as soon as I got off with you last night.
Yeah. Oh, I know it was late.
I was out.
Yep. Yeah, I woke up early this morning just to watch that damn debate again. I'm like, oh my God, Asar. What the heck? He's just doing his own thing.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah,
doing
he
his
jumped.
own
Yeah,
thing, man. He was just
that
joking.
interrogation, man. He jumped all the way out the window in that interrogation round. I was like, what the hell? Yeah, that was
Oh,
crazy.
yeah, man. He was just doing his own thing. He said, fuck it. Google is my friend.
Yeah, he was a Google master in that
Yo.
interrogation round. Then it got to the point where he started doing the Israel doctrine. Like you'll ask him a question,
Yeah.
he'll say, I don't see where that's relevant. I'm not
Yeah.
answering. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, oh man.
That was entertaining. That was damn entertaining as hell. Oh my God.
Yeah, but that was a good debate though. That was a good debate.
Yeah, man. Appreciate that, man. Oh gosh.
But I'm about to go eat though, and I'm gonna definitely look at that interview tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely want to. I think you'll like that,
And
man.
we'll chop it up. Are you gonna have a pre-show or a post-show tomorrow for the debate?
You know what? I'm gonna have a post show. Yeah, because I wanted
A
both
post
of them.
show.
Yeah. I'm gonna have a post show. Yeah. So
Okay.
start at 7. We should be able to get it in for at least an hour.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. If you pop up tomorrow, man, I'll hop on for a little quick set.
Okay, cool. Yeah. We'll do a post show, man. Like I said, just congratulate, and chop it up a little bit. Yeah, it won't be too long. I know everybody going to work. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's cool. Well, shit. Yeah, we'll chop it up tomorrow, then, man.
Okay, cool. Thanks, MD.
All right. Peace, Dan.
Peace, man. Yep.
Zanzi, what's good, man? What's going on?
Not much, man. Just taking it.
Now you asked a question. You said atheism is not the same as freedom of religion.
Yeah, earlier when you were trying to define atheism as against a state religion, right?
Right.
Well,
of course that definition is outdated, though. But the historical definition of that was anti-theos. The Greek definition was anti-God of the state. But of course, it's evolved to what I am today. Just I don't believe in no gods. But yeah.
Well, okay. So I don't know that historically atheist represented the proponent of is it because that's what I wasn't clear on what you were saying. Is it laicity, which is the state should have no religion, or is it against the enforcement of a religion by the state? So the state can have a religion, but people should have freedom of religion.
No, it was the state. How did it work? See, because things are so different now. So the state controls the churches. That's the best way I could describe it.
The state control the churches.
Yeah. Meaning, okay, the government would control the churches. Okay, well, good example. Okay, so like, King Louis the 14th. No, I guess that's not a good example. I'm trying to use a good example, man. Trying to use a good example. So no, the state basically, if you're against the state's interpretation or the state's control, then you were deemed an atheist. You're anti God of the state. So the God of the state. So the state defined the God, and the state controlled the churches. The state and the church are as one. There's no separation.
Hmm. Well, I mean, I don't know that I would consider myself an atheist anyway, but I don't remember this particular um, definition of atheism. Um, I'm not an expert on the subject either, but I know that historically it's mostly about just the lack of belief into a deity, into
Right.
right. So I'd like to see the actual source of that, right? Uh,
Um, so the best way I could describe it is to, I guess, the what they say, the etymology word. So they say the Greek word anti-theos. So you have to look up that word, and it gives you the whole breakdown and history behind that. Because there's a guy who, damn, what can I sing you to, man? You could break it down better than I can. There's a guy named Unkakik, aka God Killer. If you can still find these videos, they're called Black Atheists of Atlanta. Uh, let me see if I can pull it up. Let me see if I can pull up old Unk here, because he's the best person that breaks the whole history down. I read myself. I never got into the history, and here he is right here. Okay, so Unk.
anyway, my point was that if you're saying that atheism, atheist that included people fighting for making sure that um, the state did not promote any religion and that there was a separation of state and church, then yes, that I agree with. I don't know if that single part of their their belief and actions could be constituted as a definition of the concept as a whole. I think that the part where they they don't have any belief into a deity is also important to include. But when it comes to the actual aspect of freedom of religion, that everybody should be able to have any kind of religious belief that they want, I think that that's not the case for every atheist. Some atheists are fine with freedom of religion. Some atheists would like it uh, a little bit more extremists, I'd say, would like it that religion would not be permitted to some extent in some fields, at least, of common life, right? So
Right.
it's, yeah, that part is a little bit more divided, I would say. But I think that most of them would advocate for the absence of religion in state matters, yes.
Now I would have to ask this question. So how would they enforce that? That would be my first question, because that would make them just as bad as a theocratic government. Because government wants you to believe. So my question would be, how would they enforce that? Would it be so it wouldn't be free will?
Well, no, the how can I say, the goal of laicity is not to prevent people. Well, okay, so that's the. So what do you mean? How they would enforce having no religion interfere in state matters, or how would they enforce people not being able to have express religion in different fields of society?
The second one. The
The
second
second
one.
one. So
Yeah.
the way we've done that in Quebec, interestingly, with a new law that passed last year, Bill 21, uh, is basically just by saying that it was important that if you immigrate in Quebec, that you follow the Quebecer values, right? So
Yeah.
speaking French and, well, no religion, right? Laicity, right? So in public spaces. So you're not allowed to have any kind of, and that's an older bill specifically. It's just
Okay.
being reinforced by Bill 21. But for a while, you've not been allowed to show any kind of religious sign, right? Either being
Right.
like head coverings or any kind of jewelry that would show alignment to a particular religion or any kind of apparatus that would show alignment to a kind of particular religion when you
Okay.
work in the public field where you were in the public function, right?
Okay.
Um, so by restricting jobs that you can access is one of the way they've been doing it. I'm not necessarily for that. I mean, I think that you're allowed as a person to have a religion, right?
Right.
What you're not allowed to, where laicity is important is where democracy is um, limited by
Yeah.
religious principles that are baked in the laws of a society, right?
Right.
That you would take a book or some scriptures and, well, say, well, the constitution is going to be built from those scriptures, right?
Right.
Those points
Exactly.
will not be debated by society, will work within that framework. uh, Democracy will work within that framework of the scriptures, right? So that's where the separation of state and church is important, and I think that's what most atheists have been advocating for, as far as it comes to the relation between state and religion.
So basically, the atheists there are trying to push, I guess. So okay, so they're trying to. Oh, wait. Wait a minute. So there's no separation of church and state in Canada.
Oh yes, there is. In Quebec,
So
it's in the Quebec Parliament, because we've got state well, provincial government and federal government, right?
so I don't
Uh,
understand why the atheists are up in arms. I mean, that's
you
why I
don't
don't.
understand why? I'm sorry.
Okay, so you're saying okay, the atheists are up in arms, correct?
No, no, I'm just talking
No.
historically. What the
Oh,
atheists,
historically. Okay.
and I'm guessing
Oh,
the
okay,
United
okay.
States they might be requesting it still, because the United States, I believe, they don't have the Christian lobby is very powerful. The United States, that's for sure. In
Well, not as it
Canada as
used
a
to be, David.
whole, the Christian lobby is not that impactful, but
Right.
in different provinces, religious lobbies can have different. Like in Saskatchewan and in Alberta, there are still public school, public. Well, no, sorry, there's still religious
Public prayer.
schools funded with public money, right? So that's an issue. That's something you
Oh
don't
yeah,
have
absolutely.
in Quebec, and that you won't have in Quebec, right? Well, it
No,
might
no, we don't.
return. I
No, we
don't
don't have
know,
that here in
but
the U.S.
so
No, in
far we
fact,
don't have it. Huh?
no. Here in the U.S. it's reverse. Actually, we don't have. Okay, we don't have funding of religious schools. They're privately funded. That's number one. Number
Yeah,
two.
yeah, but from what I understand, most schools are privately funded, right, in the United States. While
Yeah,
you do have public schools, they are they are seen as places where only people can't afford private school goes, right? Whilst in
right. Yeah.
Canada, most schools are public, right? So that's, I guess, that's a little difference here. Uh, so to have, and like in Quebec, most schools are public. All of them
Right.
are now like, which is relatively new to some extent, right? It was done in the 70s, and the um, the 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 only religious school that you're gonna have are gonna be private schools, right? And they
Right.
still have to follow a very precise, accredited
Yo,
curriculum.
same here. Yeah, yeah. They you have to follow. Okay, so the churches here get what they call a 501c tax free exemption. Now, the thing is, the government controls them. So I mean, they have to follow a guidelines, or they don't receive that money. So you can't, if you have a church, Zanzi, you cannot say, "Oh well, I'm going to vote for Republican, or I'm going to vote for Trump, or I'm going to vote for Biden." You can't cross. Now you're not supposed to, but that's a whole nother debate for a whole nother day. What they actually do here, but you're
Yeah,
not supposed to. Yeah,
educational facilities should not position themselves in educational in political debates, right? We
right.
all know
Absolutely.
that every individual involved in those institutions most likely have a political agenda or a political leaning, but the
Right.
institution in itself should teach you about politics, but it should not tell you which political party to follow, right?
Right, absolutely. And another thing that happened that that's why when you said the religious lobbyists are really strong, what crushed them was the same-sex marriage. Once that kind of neutralized their power here in the
Abortion
U.S.
is a
Yeah,
good
that too. Yeah,
example.
that was actually the start. Yeah, the final nail in the coffin was the same-sex marriage. So that kind of it's a whole different. Oh
Well,
man,
it's reversing right now, right? They already did something about abortion, and they wanna technically, if they could get away with it, they would try and reverse same sex marriage too. Right? Now I don't know that they could, but they might, and that'd be interesting. I mean, what does
well,
marriage mean anyway, right? Except a political an economical status.
see now
But
you want see now you get now you want me to talk. I feel like now I want to talk about how the Congress. Um, so the Democrats and Biden are giving money to, and I don't mean to change the subject, but yeah, I mean I gotta ask you about this and get your take. But I mean we can get back to the topic, but I gotta ask you this. So Biden, um, of course, right now, before the transition happens, because the Republicans are taking over the Congress. But right now, Biden is trying to get as much money over to the Ukraine as possible before I think by the end of this month, they're going to switch and have the Republicans be sworn in. And a lot of Republicans are not, they don't want to fund Zelensky anymore, basically. So, um, and just today, it's funny because just today, Zelensky asked Netanyahu for some help, and Netanyahu said, "No, we're not going to help you." So I don't know. Yeah, did you? So I wanted to get your take on that, since I mean, damn, it just came across my mind. I do apologize for changing the subject, but we can come back to the religion. But I just want to get your quick take on that. I mean,
well, so you're saying basically that Biden want to get the most money he can to Ukraine before he can't anymore,
yes,
and that since Zelensky knows that the outflow of money from the United States is going to be stopped, or at the very least slowed down, that he wanted to have money from Israel, but it didn't pan out, right?
right,
So, yeah, well, I mean, that's interesting that the new government of Israel wouldn't want to get involved in that conflict, right? I mean,
right,
they're planning a whole different conflict on their own, I'm sure.
right,
They're
absolutely,
older enemy, so they don't need to get involved against Russia right now.
right.
Uh, they have other
They want to save our
kind of
weapons for the
bread on their
Palestinians.
plate.
Yeah,
Um, as from for the United States, yeah, I mean, your old political system in recent years have been based on nothing more than the Republican blocking whatever the Democrats want to do, and the Democrats blocking whatever the Republicans want to do, right? So of
Absolutely.
course, if the Democrats want to give money to Ukraine, well, the Republicans are going to say no, we're not giving money to Ukraine, right?
Right.
So yeah, that's not surprising. It's, I mean, if the outflow from during the winter, we're in the middle of winter, right? And
Yeah.
I don't know that most European countries are in a position where they can keep giving out money to
No, we're actually not.
Ukraine
No,
right
no.
if the energy crisis that they were facing is actually that bad. I'm guessing that they would like to be using
Hell, we're facing an energy
resources
crisis here in
elsewhere.
America. Yeah, we're facing one here in America. Shit.
You are, well,
I mean, well, with these prices, I mean, people can debate that. Yeah, they can make that claim.
well, you know,
They can make that claim that we have a large homeless population that keeps increasing. I mean, hell, we can make all kind of arguments where that 64 billion can go here in the U.S. So trust me, there's plenty of people here in the U.S. that can argue that point, man. Because that's I mean, it's like, yo, the people in Ukraine, shit. People, what about the people here in the U.S. Shit?
yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what kind of defense they can put up once the support kind of run dry. Will they have been in a position and been able to hinders Russia's capabilities to the point where even if they don't get new support, you're going to be able to hold them off? Or is Russia going to start and try
Well,
using the
they
new stuff
started
that they might or might not have already been using? I mean, there's reports of fucking
jets, those bomber jets.
T-50s been well, I mean, they've got 2 3 in service of those fifth generation airplanes, and I mean, I love them. I mean, the Pac FA was one of my favorite planes when it was in development, but it just so happens it seems it didn't get the engines it was supposed to get. It's the systems are not working as properly as they should have. I think the missile lock systems were leaked
Oh,
a couple of years ago for those planes too. So yeah, I mean, Russia really. I love their older machinery, how it
I do
compared
too.
to, but it seems that the new one is not as reliable as you'd like it to be, right? So I there's report of fucking hypersonic missiles have been
Yeah,
used
yeah.
in Ukraine, and them figuring out that, well, maybe it doesn't work as well as we planned that they would work, right? So
Hmm.
yeah, I like to see where that leads, right? Where without support, will they have exhausted Russia's capability, or do they have any other conventional means, right? Because I don't think at that point I think that I lost all hopes that we're going to see a nuclear war. So
No, we're not. No, I could have told you we ain't gonna see a nuclear war. Nah.
hey,
Yeah.
someone can dream, right? I can dream. You know,
I mean,
let me
yeah,
have
what I mean. I mean, it's always a possibility it could be put on the table, but I don't think Putin wanted to do that so close to where the wind can just blow it back. I mean,
not
Chernobyl.
necessarily Putin, but right, the world is on edge. Like any rogue person could go and fuck shit up, man. That's the time to do it. No,
I
it's
mean, yeah, that point can definitely be argued, Zanzi. But uh, however, um, so I guess right now, what they got, what the Iranian drones, they're bombing Kiev now. So I've heard they actually reached Kiev and started bombing Kiev, the capital.
no, yeah, they're running missiles over each other, right? I mean, I'm joking with the nuclear stuff, of
Right,
course,
right,
right?
of
That's
course.
that they unfortunately humans they like to slowly, destroy life through attrition, right?
Right.
They're just gonna keep raising the country bit by bit, right? You destroy as much as you can, and well, whatever, whenever they give up, right? Well, whatever you haven't destroyed, you can try and pillage. It's war is ugly. War never changes, right? And
Right. Yeah. Classic statement by
it's like I've said, right? Whatever way it goes, whatever happens with the leaders when everything is done, right? The figureheads, it's the conclusion is always going to be people suffered, people died, right? Because it was a war, right? Whatever, whoever wants to try and justify it, nah, it's no. People got killed. Innocent people got killed because
Mhm.
figureheads wanted to argue, right?
Yeah.
We've been doing that as a species for as long as we can remember, and it might be cynical, but we do we know how to argue any other way, right?
Yeah.
Why is it that the different debates that the Republicans have against the Democrats, right, or that the conservatives have against the liberals in Canada, why is it that those issues don't evolve into war right now for us, but very similar issues evolve into wars in Africa, in the
Yeah.
Middle East,
Yep.
in Europe? What's the difference between places where war erupts and places where war doesn't erupt, right?
Right. Hmm. Well, oh, what you think about the debate, man? Let's see what.
Well, I didn't know much about either Jimi Hendrix nor Tommy Iommi, right?
Oh, okay. Wow.
Um, like my personal opinion, right? And I'm not a guitarist. I'm not a musician in any real shape or way. The my I all but my I listen to a lot of instrumental music, right? And I always felt that metal was a much more melodic, much more complex um, kind of music than. Uh, and again, I don't know much of Jimmy's music, but I associate him with
Rock and roll.
70s rock, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
70s American rock, right? Which
Yeah.
is a lot of playing with distortions with the guitar and
Mm-hmm.
Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin for me is more 80s, and I like I said, I don't know much about his music, but I always feel like metal is a much more complex
It
stuff, right?
is. It
Now,
actually is. Yeah.
like I've said earlier, I think that if you want to evaluate the skills of a guitarist, you have to take into account, in my opinion, the difficulty of the melody that they played, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
That includes the kind of sound that you make the instrument make, but also the variety of it is an important factor, right? Someone that can play a diverse array of styles have skill, right? He can make the instrument make the sound that he wants, right?
Yeah.
So you guys argued mostly on innovations, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, and mostly on the down tuning aspect. Now, I didn't know anything about what down tuning was, right? So
Yeah.
I learned much of what I know during that debate, and I did a little bit of research to try and see, well, who did invented down tuning, right? And the answer seems to be neither of them,
Mm.
right? It seems to be have been invented by blues and jazz players back in the days, and then rock and roll picked it up, right? Now, from what I understand, down tuning, changing the the chords, right? The strings. It makes it so that it changes the key, right? That you're
Yeah,
playing in. So down tuning to D, down tuning to C.
and it
Uh,
gives it a richer sound to like a more fuller, richer.
yeah. So I don't know. I'm not a musician. I don't know what those means or those keys things are. And what I know is that Black Sabbath, from what I understood, and Tony Iommi through Black Sabbath, what they were pioneering is the what they called EB tuning.
Hmm.
So I don't know what the fuck that means, but that's something that apparently they were the first to do.
Yes.
Uh, Jimi Hendrix apparently was one of the first before Black Sabbath apparently to popularize uh, have many songs done in the down tuning style, using the down tuning technique, a different down tuning technique. So now to your story about uh, Jimi Hendrix learning in '66 how to down tune his instrument from Tony Iommi.
Hmm.
I mean, uh, y- I kind of agree with Alsar on that. That you'd need to have an actual source for that information, right? Now you kept saying uh, repeating the same quote, if you will, of Jimmy, but
Hmm.
a source of that would be important. But then again, considering that down tuning was not invented by either of them, right? I'm not sure that this innovation that you spent, both of you spent most of the debate on, would have been the determining factor to know which of them is the greatest guitarist.
Well, I think the thing about musical debates, and this is why I'm kind of don't know if I want to even do another one. Really, is subjective, because we all have different. So we're arguing the innovation and then some of the technical, but at the end of the day, you have fans of both Jimmy and you have fans of both Iommi. Now I was actually surprised he would go there with me on sales and rewards because Jimmy career only lasted 4 years and then he OD'd.
Yeah.
If you look at the body of work, which I said, I said to myself, I know he's not going to go there because Jimmy's career only lasted 4 years, whereas Iommi started in '69, and for every year in 1970, for every year in 1980, for every year in 1990, and for every year in 1920, he has been on the charts. And this is like said, they went through an Ozzy Osbourne period. They went through a Ronnie James Dio period. They went through an Ian Gillian period. They went through another singer. I can't even remember. He done went through so many singers. Geezer Butler left. The drummer left. Then they eventually regrouped and came back. So not only Ozzy and then Ozzy Osbourne and Tony Iommi were at odds. They were competing with each other at one point. And then, like I guess he said, they even went to court. Well, eventually they came back together. So they're actually one of the longest running bands. So you got it. So you talked about like, okay, so you said that okay, playing a guitar, you know, is you made a very good point. But one point you didn't make, and I wanted to kind of interject, is endurance. You know, I know you heard the term writer's block, right?
Yeah.
So can you imagine Tony has been writing guitar riffs since
No, but
1969?
that's not being a guitarist, right? Though that's being a composer. So are you judging them on their composing skill, or are you judging them on their guitar skill?
Well, no,
Right.
I was just saying that I was kind of no. What I'm saying is I was shocked that he would even bring up awards because Jimmy wasn't around long enough to receive an award.
I
Now, if
don't
he
know that most awards, right? Awards show are worth whatever you want them to be worth, right?
well, the
Uh,
award shows are
but
most of them. Honestly, they're based on money. Like they just want
they
sales.
rarely award, from what I understand, uh, awards for actual instrument skills, right? It's usually
Right,
for
right.
sales
Sales.
or
Right, right. And that's my argument I had earlier with Trevor. See, we were arguing about Bob Marley and Peter Tosh. Now, reggae, I was explaining to him, is a revolutionary music. It is very revolutionary. It's actually, it comes from the Rasta religion. It's very, oh man, if ISIS were to make a band, or if any fanatical religious group would make a band, that would be reggae. And I was telling him that Peter
really.
Tosh,
Uh,
huh? Yeah,
I,
yeah.
I would have thought it would be metal, but
No, metal fits in there too. Metal, punk rock. No, it's not just a one particular. You could put rap in there. You could put
yeah.
revolutionary music goes across many genres. Oh, that's a
Mm.
good point, Twin. Twin just made me post that. Okay, so revolutionary music can be in any genre, and um I didn't even get to explain that, but Black Sabbath, which is a metal band, attended a lot of Fela Kuti's concert, which was Afrobeat. One thing they shared in common is that they were revolutionary. So I say that to say this: revolutionary music is just a frequency. It's not a particular genre. So, um, of course, at the time in the '60s during the Vietnam War and early '70s, whatever you're talking about, Black Sabbath made some revolutionary songs. I mean, the thing is, Zanzi, that debate. Think about debating a SAR. He takes you everywhere. He takes you everywhere. Um. Oh shit, lost Zanzi. All right, y'all. Man, we've been on 2 hours. Zanzi, if you listening, man, we're gonna have a show tomorrow, man. I'm getting tired, shit. Gosh. Um. Oh shit. Okay, we got Zanzi back on. He came right back on. Hey, Zanzi. Okay,
I don't know why we lost the connection. That's weird.
it's probably on
Can you
my
hear?
end. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. Hello, Zanzi.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I think my mic is maybe dying.
It needs to be recharged. Yeah, I know that is. I gotta actually buy another headset because the charge on mine doesn't last that long. That's why in that debate it went silent because my damn I don't know. I just need a backup, man. Right now I'm using my older one with the string because I can't trust Bluetooth no more. I just can't. Man, after last night, man, hell no. But I was saying basically, what was I saying, Zanzi? I forgot what I was saying, man. I was talking. Oh, just the endurance, man. I think they gave Jimi Hendrix a lifetime achievement award, which is funny because, like you said, I guess it's based on money because he didn't. His career wasn't that long. The Jimi Hendrix experience only lasted for years, and
I
then
mean,
when he, oh,
it's
go ahead.
based
I'm sorry.
not only on money, but those lifetime achievement award. That's absolutely subjective, right? It's just,
Absolutely.
oh, you are a star that we have to recognize, right? Or you did something for you were, and that's what I was saying. That's a comment I left in the debate yesterday, right? That your skill as a musician might not be tied to your status as a cultural icon, because there's no question
Right.
in my mind that Jimi Hendrix is a much bigger cultural icon that Tomi Iommi will ever be. I have no fucking idea who Tomi Iommi is, but I know who Jimi Hendrix is, even though I know none of Jimmy's music except for the 1969 national anthem that
Right. Right.
that he was mentioning, that I know very well.
Okay.
But I do know Black Sabbath's music. But I Black Sabbath, the only person I knew in that group is fucking Ozzy. I
guess
don't know
right,
who
right.
Jamie is. So Jimi Hendrix is most definitely a bigger cultural icon. But does that mean he's a better guitarist? Not necessarily, right? That's
Right.
the distinction I feel wasn't completely made in the debate yesterday.
So, what you're doing, Zanzi, you're making me think about this whole Bob Marley Peter Tosh debate because that is the point I made to Trevor. And if Trevor, you listening, I was trying to explain to him that reggae is not even reggae anymore. Reggae is not. So to say that Bob Marley is the greatest reggae artist would be a farce because once he left Bob Marley once he left Bonnie Whaler and Peter Tosh, he became mainstream. He sung about and we made the same argument about Tupac. Now, well, me and D did, but what I'm saying is that if you look at the roots of reggae is anti-establishment. They sing about overthrowing the government. They sing it's very religious. They sing about Jah. Now, yeah, Bob Marley sings about Jah, but he doesn't never sing about burning Babylon down. Because his music was controlled. And because it was controlled, they pushed Bob Marley to be friendly in order to market him. Because they didn't want to, they couldn't at the time market Peter Tosh because Peter Tosh kept talking about overthrowing the system. And, when you talk about overthrowing the system, you talk about, killing people and revolution, what comes along with that. So, yeah. So they had to get a more friendlier message. And when they did that, they un-reggaeized, if that's even a word, Bob Marley. So on record, the only Bob Marley revolutionary song was "Get Up, Stand Up," which was written by Peter Tosh. So I don't think I'm gonna do a debate on that. It's a lot to explain, and Uprising, that's right. But that written by Peter Tosh, though, babe. Yeah, that was written by Peter Tosh. Bob Marley sang it, yeah, but Peter Tosh wrote the lyrics. Yeah, when he was still with Bob Marley and the Wailers. Uh-huh. I might have that bad. I don't know. What you think, Zanzi, man? I don't know.
Well,
It's very tiring,
I
man.
don't
Music
remember.
is subjective. It's subjective.
Yeah,
And if, like I said, if y'all didn't get where I was going with Tony Iommi, then I really don't think y'all gonna follow me. I was saying that Tony Iommi was great, not only with the body of work that he did, but he actually had to relearn it because he had a prosthetic finger. So he had this great body of work. In fact, if you listen,
So did the can you hear me still? Yeah.
yes, I can hear you. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So did Tomi Iommi lost his fingers later in life, or
No,
was he
early.
born without fingers? Or?
No. He got in a factory accident. I thought I explained it, but I guess my damn thing was messed up. He was it was a factory accident. He was 19, and he was about to quit the same day, and he stuck the sheet metal in there, and it caught his fingers.
Right. So
And
yeah,
so
he
yeah,
I guess he did have to relearn how to play completely. Yeah.
yeah. And the
Well,
doctors, yeah,
that's indeed a testament to skill for sure, right? And that's a
yeah.
good point that you brought up yesterday. The fact that he managed to overcome a disability is surely not the only one to have done it, but that's something that's a testament to his skill for sure.
Right. Well, he's not. I'm sure. And Asar pointed that out. He's not the only person to have a disability, but I was just stating that. Yeah, that's something that I mean, and that's why I showed Stevie Wonder and Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles. We in America, we're fascinated by people who have been disabled, and that has been like. I'm gonna be honest with you, Zanzi. Stevie Wonder's music is not that great. Ray
I
Charles'
know Ray
music is not
Charles'
that great.
music is awesome. I don't know about Stevie Wonder, to be quite honest.
Okay, well, you know what? I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Me, I think Ray Charles is okay. Now, Me and Nature Mom got into a discussion because I said, would there
But I
be,
think his music was fueled more by the heroin than by by this blindness.
I mean, you can make that point. However, that's actually a good point.
Most musicians have
For him,
unfortunate experiences with substances, right? It's not a take on him specifically.
uh-oh,
It's
uh-oh.
definitely a take against musicians in general
Right.
in drugs, right?
Yeah, I wish
Most of the
Twin.
creative process is rightfully created by those mind-altering substances, and that's fine.
Well, it's amazing that he would even survive because, like I said, Sid Vicious, he didn't survive. A lot of the musicians don't survive that.
It's great
So,
that it didn't kill him. That's for sure. Yeah.
right, exactly. So that's an accomplishment in itself. So I hit a nerve with Twin, man. Twin, all I'm saying, I'm not saying Stevie's terrible. I'm just saying he's average. I think if he wasn't blind and you heard his music, I think it would hit different. I think if Ray Charles wasn't blind, it'd just be different. I think people are not being honest with themselves that they are great because they are blind.
For a pianist, I understand how being blind is a hindrance, but for a singer, I don't see like you don't see how does it impact your ability to sing.
Oh no! Oh, what are we talking about now? The singer, or I was talking about the. Well, no, okay.
Stevie
That,
Wonder is a singer, right?
yes, he's a singer, but he plays piano also.
Oh, he plays piano also.
Yeah,
Is he a very good pianist? Or?
I think he's okay.
He's okay.
Well, it's amazing to me because he's blind. So that's to me that's always been the, but people in America they're not honest. That's why I said it's a standard because okay, you can go to a school right, and I've seen this many times before. You can play piano or you can play violin. An autistic person here in the U.S. I can't speak anywhere else in the world, Zanzi. If you're next to a person playing the same instrument and that person have autism or some type of handicap, they're going to praise that person more than you. That's just an American standard. Zanzi, you there? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All right, Zanzi, if you can hear me, man, I'm ready to close this show out. We're going on 2.5 hours. We did really good. Zanzi, are you there? Are you there? There you go.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yep.
Yeah, the mic is slowly dying. I'm trying to figure out if I can change it for a different one. Let's see. This one. Yeah, there's only that one that works. I don't know what's going on with the other one right now. And I have to leave soon, I guess, then because.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah. Well, we're gonna be on tomorrow, man. We're gonna have a post show after Skeem's debate, Skeem and Madon Kemet. So I'm rooting for goddamn Skeem, man. I hope he goddamn buries goddamn Madon. Hope he buries him. But
yeah. So can you hear me now? Yeah.
Yeah, I can. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So I didn't get to ask Skeem, but the debate tomorrow, the subject is if Jesus historically was a real person, right? Is that
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, I wonder how for whom there's more proof, historical proof, right? Socrates or Jesus?
Right. I don't know, bro.
But yeah, now it stays on for like 10 seconds before closing. I have to reopen it, so I'll bid you.
Farewell. All right, man. Zezzy, I know you have any issues, but just charge it up, man. Be ready for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
right. All right, you too, brother.
Peace.
Yeah. All right. Shout out to Zanzi. Shout out to Twin. Shout out to Deacon. Shout out to Free Spirit. Hey. Shout out to MD20. Shout out to Trevor. Shout out to Skeem. Shout out to Yanga. Shout out. Who else was on the panel tonight? For everybody on the panel, man. I'm tired. Shit. Shout out to SVDL. Shout out to Solar. Shout out to I'm gonna give some unusual shout outs tonight. Shout out to shout out to Judah Nazareth. Shout out to Zaria. Shout out to them fellas. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna get going. What, 2:30? Yeah. We at 2:35 mark. I'll see y'all later. See y'all tomorrow, post show. And we out. Don't miss Skeem's big tomorrow. Tomorrow at 7. Skeem versus Madon. Kemet was Jesus real. And we'll talk to y'all tomorrow. And we out. Peace, y'all.